Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome or welcome back. I am JC and this is JC's Intuitive Tarot. We are back with a pick a card reading. This is just a little bit of an energy check-in of where you're at whenever you come across this video. I did intend this reading to be timeless, so just take what resonates, and whenever you come across it, that's when it is meant for you. We have 6 groups to choose from. The timestamps are below. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. These are gonna be quick little messages of where you're at right now and what's to come. So I set the intention that this video finds those who need it. And if you don't follow me on TikTok, go ahead and, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get over there, follow me. I go live over there. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I'm just gonna jump right in. If you wanna book a private reading with me to dive deeper into your personal situation, all that stuff is below. Okay, I'm like letting a breath of relief out. So if you have to pause the video, go ahead and do so, because we are gonna jump right in, okay? So group number 1. It's a lot of groups today too. Group number 1. You chose the coral. Let's get these out of the way. And then tattoo tarot. Okay. All right, so before, this is your cards and a really cool piece of coral that I found myself. It's surprisingly light. Okay, so we're just gonna put that aside. And for this pick a card, I just did a stack of cards. So this is going to be your message. Like I said, take what resonates. You might be drawn to more than one pile or have messages in other piles. So let's get right into it. A new chapter is beginning. Embrace the change. Oh yeah, the messages. Hold on. Let me get my sheet with all my notes. I was shuffling. Yeah, so I was getting the number 553, and it was something like about alignment before the big change, before a big change. I was also getting azul, which is blue, which represents the throat chakra. So maybe it's something that you have to speak up more, or maybe that was something that was blocked. But we're gonna get right into it. We have flow. That's a full moon. And we have love. Love that. And we have Medusa. Jealousy leads to downfall. And it's quite low vibrational. And then we have employee, worker, service, and consultation. Okay. So I have to be honest, this one is a little bit of a mixed bag, because I feel like group 1, I was getting, there was something about you that doesn't meet the quota or the way people think that they have you pegged. I feel like your energy is rather triggering to other people. And I feel like you could either be loved or hated. And for the people that hate on you could be, I don't know, they may not know you very well, or maybe they don't like you, or maybe they want to cast some kind of judgment on you. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. I feel like you are actually a very hard worker. So this could be this new chapter. I think it's more, this is like a fresh start is what I was getting. And this is going to take some adaptability, flexibility on your part, because whatever you're doing, and this, I'm getting a couple different things here. I have to be honest, group 1. I feel like you could be kind of a mixed bag in the sense of people don't know how to categorize you, which is because there's so many different parts of you, and there's so many different parts to all of us, because we're humans, we're multi-dimensional, but I feel like people your entire life have tried to place you in one box, and when there's so much more to you. And I feel like you've had to let a lot of things go. I feel like you probably just close out some kind of major chapter that really actually got you out of your flow, and you're back into it, but you're like a little bit apprehensive. And I get like a pop out, like you're popping out this new chapter, but there's a sense of vulnerability that you're a little bit nervous about, because maybe you have been in your own flow and redirecting energy, and I'm just getting like a new flow, like back to yourself, right? For some of you, you could have moved, you could be starting a new job. This is something that's very different from what you're used to, but it's after a period of, it's like you were recovering from something that was really exhausting on a mental level, on a physical level. I just feel like a sense of defeat. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, group one, you don't have that, you don't get defeated very easily. I gotta be honest, I feel like group one, you have a lot of people that like throughout your life have probably throw shade at you just for being you, or just because they wanted to prejudge you based on maybe even your looks, or stereotyped you in some kind of way. So we're gonna see what this is just a whole new vibe. You have like, I don't know if some of you are moving to a different location, and maybe that's why the job is new. I feel like this is a lot of different areas. It's like a new, okay? So a new chapter is beginning. Embrace the change. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands. The new, group one. The new. That's new. That's a fresh start. Spirit's like, here you go. You got some exciting things coming up. Get excited. Look at this wand energy. I love it. Look, Queen of Wands. Stop it. Stop it. You know you're different. Yeah, look at this. Queen of Pentacles. You regrounded yourself after. And you don't have to be a queen. You can be like, please take what resonates in tarot. There is no gender. Everybody has both masculine and feminine. Whatever, you know, if you're a masculine, it's just kind of switch the roles. It'd be the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. However, you've been nurturing yourself, okay? After something that was rather brutal, a brutal close and ending, and I was getting that. Ace of Cups, you poured into yourself. You've healed yourself in some kind of way. And I feel this is pop-out energy right here. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands. You're like, yeah, you're ready. That Ace of Wands, I just feel like it's screaming, you're ready. You got a good balance going on. Yeah, some of you left something that was toxic and was holding you back. It could have even taken the time that you would pour into yourself, or maybe for some of you it was a job. Ooh. Yeah, that you put into, maybe you thought it was going to last or set you up. For some of you, it is a job. It's a career path that got kind of even catty. Yeah, it was very toxic. For others of you, I think it was, like I said, multiple things, right? And for a while, you were kind of down. You were very upset. It was just like the low. But it's like, this pile, I feel like it's kind of like Stella got her groove back a little bit. And you don't have, like I said, if you're a male, maybe it's, you know, I don't know, Charlie got his groove back, whatever. But you feel stronger. It made you stronger. You've always been able to rely on yourself, and you've always walked away from things that don't serve you, or that were not emotionally fulfilling. This new start, this new chapter was chosen by you. And maybe some of you are still trying to, because I'm getting like a juggling or a balancing, you're trying to juggle this new flow while pouring into the things that you love, okay? The thing is, I don't think that you're a jealous person at all. I actually think, group 1, you're very self-aware. Yeah, the world. Okay, that's a reiteration. See her looking back. This is what you have gained strength in. And this is like, you're about to pop out, group 1. You are about to pop out and just not giving an F about what people think or say, because you're popping out at the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and you're just going for it. You see an opportunity for a new chapter, and I think a lot of you have taken it. And there could be even more opportunities. Wherever you were, it was keeping you small, and it was taking from your energy. So they're just reiterating, this is not something you have to worry about. I think this is what you're leaving behind. And with this employee card, now some of you, it could have been a workplace, a career path. Others of you, I actually think this employee, I'm just getting, it's like a group of people you could have left behind, okay? All right, so what does group 1 need to know? This is a big chapter that you closed. And look at this, all the one energy. There's something in your intuition that called you to, I want to say, recalibrate yourself. Yeah, look at this. The Hangman and the 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, this chapter that you closed, it was holding you back from stepping into your true potential, for being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I think some of you, this was holding you. This group of people, whether it was work or friends or just the people that you were surrounding yourself with, I think you saw them in a different perspective. And the way that it could, I mean, I feel like for a lot of you, it probably did affect your finances and just the things that you have been working hard for, and you weren't able to enjoy those things. Maybe you had a lot of people kind of shame you in some kind of way, or I'm just getting lack of energy, feeling of defeat. The thing is, you've moved on from that. Okay, you were in a transition period, and now, which was rather dark with the Moon card here, because I feel like with this, and a lot of you, I gotta be honest, it's like a group of people. You've known them for a long time, you know, but there was a sense of holding back, and she looks very proud here, like this World card, like looking back. She's so accomplished of what she's overcome. And now you have this beautiful new beginning. There's a lot of really good things happening. You're looking forward, you're excited. And I feel like you got your groove back. You got your groove back because you're moving out of a shadow period now. You're moving out of uncertainty, right? I feel like wherever, even if you're not totally sure where this chapter is going to lead you, it's like, you're still moving forward, you know, into the unknown, and you're looking back. You could be in this right now, being like, you're looking back at everything that you've overcome and how excited for the future. Some of you have gotten yourself back on track with finances, because I feel like there was a big hit on your finances, your job. It just affected a lot of areas in your life. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, and the Moon. It could have been an unexpected turn, but it created you to make a choice, right, with the Lover's card, to leave it behind, and that you deserved this 10 of Cups, which is happiness, emotional fulfillment, and you weren't getting that. You were getting drained, betrayed. You know, if it was a group of people, they could have spread lies to you, and now look at you get the Fool. And you actually are heading towards your 10 of Cups. You know, your emotional fulfillment, people that love and respect you. And the 10 of Cups can be also like a soul family. You know, you're meeting you're meeting your people that are like you, people that will love you for who you are and see you for who you are. I feel like you were surrounded by very just low vibrational people. These people look very judgmental. They're kind of like, see how they're kind of all dressed the same, you know, just very, I don't know, cold, right? Judging. Like all these people look like they're judging. We had the Empress. Yeah, this is the birth of something new, something abundant, and you're gonna find your people, your support after being in this Nine of Swords energy for so long. Like anxiety, you know, that eventually you had some kind of breakthrough moment that pushed, that said, you know what, I'm done. We're getting out of here. And they could even be, I think this is like they're saying, yeah, it was a group of people. Yeah, there's that shadow period, that hermit, and now you're reaching some kind of milestone. It's like you did it. You managed to balance, you know, and look, you're coming out looking toned and you're balancing, you're doing this balancing act, or you have been, the in-between to get yourself basically onto this boat and off to the shore to this new beginning. It's having to create a new flow. It's having to look back and let go of the past. It's having, and which made you see things, like I said, from a different perspective. You were a different breed than the people that you were surrounded with. And I feel like you know that, but you didn't at first. This whole situation changed, definitely changed you. Yeah, the sun, and now you see why. I just feel like a really big sense of empowerment with you. You know, just a big sense of empowerment and finding that love and within yourself, and just like you're feeling like you again, and what you're giving to, and the things that you are giving to is giving back. Because before, this was a lot of, I just feel like it was a lot of nasty stuff. You know, like mind games, drama. It was very low vibrational. And you're stepping into this brand new beginning that is where you kind of like have freed yourself and you feel like you again. I don't know why I'm getting like a lot of judgment from, I'm still getting a lot of judgment from this side here. Yeah, look, I can't believe that. I just cut the deck. Yeah, that's because it's right there. I just kept seeing judgment, judgment. I went to cut the deck. Shut the front door. All right. But now look what's going on. So that's the energy check. That's what's coming through. Now, where you're at, you could still be in this Four of Cups, where you're kind of taking a little bit of reevaluation of what's going on, taking a rest. Maybe you are unsatisfied. Now, this is a collective reading, so wherever you may be in this, but if you have a sense that the people around you are probably not the best people, or they don't get you, and there's a sense of you might even have like a lot of fun with them, but it's like there's something about them that you just can't totally trust. And then there could be something, I'm just getting, there could be something that breaks out that you're just like, you feel so betrayed, and you're like, okay. There's something here, and with especially, there's something here where I feel like there's an unexpected turn, and you're just like, I choose me. I choose me. And if it wasn't betrayal, and you know, like it was your environment that was creating so much stress, and I feel like there was like a decision, and it could have been unexpectedly, but just know this new chapter is beginning, and give yourself grace and nurturing to get into this new flow. Because there is so many things, like these flowers, I just saw them be like kind of buds and then kind of sprout, like kind of, you know, open up from buds. I feel like you have a lot of really good things in your life, and I think you're at the turning point now where you're really shutting the chapter, and you should be really freaking proud of yourself, group one, and just know you have such good things ahead. This is a fresh start for you, a new beginning, and I feel like you are so ready for it. With the Knight of Wands, you have a lot of fun things. I'm just getting like fun things, fun events, new experiences, and you have the energy. You have the energy, and you are in a good place, and if you're not yet, you will be. You will be. And I love that. F yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't feel the need to kind of pull any more cards. I think it's very cut and dry, and I'm just gonna move on to group number 2. There's something too about, for group 1, I don't know if you're still here, but group 1, I just feel like there was a sense of kind of dimming your light, you know, to, I don't know, maybe not be judged. Whatever that group of people was, that was just, I'm gonna get some bells to clear that energy. Let's clear it. Clear that, or I probably should have warned you guys, sorry. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. Okay, so group number 2. Clear, clear. All right, group number 2. You chose this conch shell. How pretty. I picked it myself. And the Aquarian Tarot. Maybe some of you are Aquariuses, but fun fact, those of you that go snorkeling and diving or just shell gathering, when you go away, do not just pick one of these things up. You know why? Because they actually have something, a little tiny black tail. It's like, it looks like this color, and it sticks out the very tip, and you don't even notice it when you're going to pick it up. But that tiny, and it's probably goes to about there, maybe. It could be the tiniest little tip, and it is so poisonous because it kind of stabs you like a bee, but you could get really messed up. And a lot of people don't know that. So whenever you're going somewhere and you're diving or snorkeling, make sure you look up poisonous fish and know what's in the waters around there, because some of them, like when like I'm a diver, so I mean I'm a snorkeler too, but you should always make sure, because some of the fish can be very camouflaged and you just never know like where you're putting your hand and stuff. So before you pick one of these up, just be careful, okay? All right. All right, group 2. Welcome. Welcome, group 2. Before we get into those cards, I did do piles. So those of you that are just joining, I did a pile we're going to go through, and then I'm going to pull cards after that. It said a loved one from the past will re-enter your life. Now, don't you dare click off, okay? Because it's not like a toxic ex, okay? Not yet. The moon's phase align with your desires. Make a wish. Trust. We have the moon. Wow, I didn't even look at these 2 cards. I saw some of the other ones, but Wow. Okay, that totally... I have some notes because I do a meditation to see if I can get any extra messages, like why I'm shuffling out these cards or why I'm going through for each pile. And literally, there's so much moon energy. You will be guided through darkness. Look at this. The Knight, triumph over adversity. And we have the Ninja, master of stealth, shadow walker, Bushido. Okay. Okay. Group number 2, let me just... 1, you are so mystical. You move definitely in mysterious ways, and you know when to take action because your intuition definitely is your main decision maker. And I feel like you've always been very intuitive. Some of you could be psychics, healers, you know, tarot readers. You know what's up, okay? And I feel like you could be a little bit, I don't want to say silent. You kind of keep it under wraps. You very much absorb energy. You could be very affected by the moon. I feel like a lot of you have like a water moon or a water 12th house placement. But this is just the energy that I was getting was not everybody is going to understand why you do the things that you do, or the way that you perceive things and pick up things energetically. And I feel like a lot of you have had to move kind of in, or maybe just keep things kind of in the shadow, because I feel like you are extremely gifted and you do not let on how gifted you are. There's also a sense of, like, I feel like you're not afraid of the dark. And what I mean by that is you're not afraid of deep diving. You could be very much into the occult sciences and like whoever, group 2, I'm just gonna call you out. Okay. Highly like psychic. And you know that. And you don't always let the people on around you know about that and how you channel energy. Like, I know group 2, y'all do moon rituals, you do some kind of rituals to cleanse your energy. You're very connected to the astral plane. Some of you could be astral travelers, have prophetic dreams. There's not, I feel like there's not a lot of people that you like really share the things that you are channeling or feeling. And you've basically relied on your intuition, but you've also had to protect that. And that has been a very hard learning experience for you. So you're like, okay, so that was the energy check. But what I was also getting through, what I was channeling, like when I was doing the meditation for your group, there was something about navigation. So if you were trying to navigate through a situation in your life, and I feel like this is something that, I don't know if it's like fogging up your intuition or it's something, it's like a different, I don't know if I want to say realm. It's something very different than you've had to do before. Like this could be a new gift that's kind of opening up. There's something about sensitivity and like navigation and how you're going to navigate through that. Because it's something that you haven't experienced before. So I do want to touch on this because you could even feel, yeah, we have the double at the bottom of the deck. You could even feel a little stumped on how to move forward, or I don't know, there's like a navigation. Something needs to bounce, or you're you're kind of waiting. Yeah, look at, there's the freaking moon again. I don't know. It's just like, and maybe this is how you feel. It's like you can't quite put your finger on it, and you're pretty attuned to being able to figure things out. Yeah, this is a new experience that has got you in your head. With the Page of Pentacles, this is something that is meant for you to learn. So if you know that you have gifts, and group 2, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who knows, who has been very aware of what they are capable of, you know, definitely y'all are just really psychic and extremely sensitive energetically, and on not just one level, but like a lot of levels. Okay, you're super connected, and with the Two of Swords, you feel stuck on whatever transition that you are moving through on a psychic level, okay, or on an energetic level, because this has been a new beast. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, this is something that has been presented to you that is meant to help you grow and learn, but for whatever reason, you're just like, I need to I need to sit like this for a minute. I honestly feel like group 2, this is something, because normally I feel like you kind of are able, like ninjas are quick, and they're you know, like that. I love this shadow walker. Okay, you've been very attuned to all the adjustments, because this has been, you have been this way since you were born. Okay, you have probably a little bit introverted, or just very introverted. I'm like, you already know your power. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you already know your freaking power. Okay, because this is somebody who is tapping into something that, this is very different than what you have been used to, and it's different on a level that you're not sure how to navigate through it. And you still, you know, to trust your intuition, but you're just like, I need to like take a minute, because this is a new, it's either a new gift or a new sense, or it's something that you're like, I need to sit with this for a minute. Okay. Yeah, look at this. 7 of Cups. But the thing is, your game, you're like, let's go. Let's go. Come on, put the seed in the ground. We're ready. At the same time, it's like, oh, this is very, look at this, Queen of Cups. Yeah, dude, so much water. You're just like, I'm gonna need a minute before, you know, but it's like you've been wanting to something like this. I feel like it was a little bit unexpected, and you're just like, there's something about navigation here. There's some, yeah, I've just kept getting something about dreams, you know. I feel like this was a surprise. This could have been a significant dream, or this is something that has been happening in your dreams. This is something very intense. All right, group 2. So there's not a lot of people that are going to resonate with this. I feel like you are a very, like, you know what's up on a psychic level. A lot of you have had prophetic dreams, but there's something that's opening up, and you're like, okay, this is something that's very different, and I need to like tap in almost on another realm. There's a lot going on in the subconscious and the dream state, and I feel like you're trying to make sense of, but you know that you have to kind of tap into it. And I feel like you're like gung-ho. The Fool's like, yeah, let's freaking go. Let's do this. But at the same time, there's a level of like navigation. The 4 of Swords, Queen of Cups. Maybe you've been healing from something and you're like, whoa, didn't see that, but here we go. There's something about mastering between worlds. So this could be the dream world. This is something that popped up, and I think it kind of, you're trying to, you're trying to move through it in some way. And then you have, yeah, look at this, Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. And there's a King of Cups. Wow. Seven of Swords. This is something you have to, this is quite the challenge. 777 could be significant. Quite the challenge. Yeah, this is, this is something you have to kind of take the reins from a different way that you have done things before. So this is being able to navigate between worlds. I just keep getting, it's like there's a lot of in-between worlds. Yeah, this is like this is something you're actually meant to this could even be somebody that's like an ascended master. Because when I got this Emperor, I get this is somebody that's like helping you on the other side. So some of you, depending on, it's like you're getting like a new guide almost. Yeah, to help support you. Wow, what a learning experience. Look at this. The Page of Swords, and then you have the Star card. And this is part of your path. This is a learning experience, but with the Seven of Swords, this is something that you have to approach very differently than you had to, I don't know. Maybe you wanted to kind of ignore this at first. Yeah, Two of Cups. This is really a highly spiritual connection. This is like tapping in on a subconscious level and on a higher level of like your, because I'm getting like Two of Cups, your higher self. And you're definitely going to overcome this, but you might just be at a state of confusion where you just like are like, I do not know what's going on. This has to do with subconscious, because there's a lot of energy and I feel like you don't know how to navigate it, or because there's not like a certain category. This is something that is meant to test your skills, yeah, your strength. And it has to do with some kind of like putting you outside of your comfort zone. It's part of your path, it's part of your purpose. In order, like who am I talking to? This ignites a different one of your senses. I honestly, it's hard for me to put into words how like powerful it is, but this is definitely Ace of Wands. This is something new. This is something of spark of potential. It's supposed to ignite something within you on like a, I keep wanting to say a different realm, which is totally, yeah, you have actually like a lot of spiritual support through this. And this is like a new journey. It's going to put you in so much of a higher, I don't know what your purpose is, but I feel like you got downloads before you noticed a shift, but there's something recently or there's something now where you're just like, I just need to, I don't know what this is. It kind of popped up like this fish, like that Page of Cups is just like, because that fish really isn't there. It's part of, the fish represents like a surprise idea that just kind of comes out, but it's connected to, it can be connected to subconscious spiritual realm, and it kind of comes out of nowhere. Now this could have came to you in a dream, But I feel like it's bigger than that. It's not just like a prophetic dream that makes you feel different. This is like waking up and being like, feeling different. In a whole. Like having your gifts amplified almost overnight, and you're just like, what happened? Right? And not in a bad way, but it's an intriguing way. And I feel like you've gone through shifts like this before energetically. And with the Chariot, this is something that is a new path for you that's actually meant for you. Like, I do feel like you're getting, I just want to say you're being trained by, like, there's a specific ascended master that is supporting you and being this reliable source on the other side, and is helping you. And you could have brushed, like I said, you could have brushed it off and been like, oh, it's nothing, but this is so much bigger than you think it is. And with the Page of Swords, I feel like maybe this is something that now you're intrigued by the alignment. Maybe you started researching. You have a huge purpose. And maybe you tried to be like, yeah, no, not for me, see you later. Because I feel like you just didn't know what it was. I honestly have never had a reading like this. I mean, I'm just kind of like baffled. Yeah, it probably challenged you. 5 of Wands. It's preparing you to come into this ultimate fulfillment with yourself. And just with what you're, and the path that you're on. I feel like you could have even, you know, maybe you saw a mentor or somebody maybe just started doing research. Page of Swords, yeah. And then, I don't know, there's something here to maybe worked on your, I feel like maybe you tried to be logical about it, because there's already something that you were working on, or, and it's kind of, yeah, look at that, 6 of Wands, they're saying yes. Look at that, Ace of Pentacles. This is something that popped up, 9 of Cups. Wow, look at that. If you did have some kind of loss or heartbreak, so wow, I'm getting totally another story too. Whoever you are, I feel like the first part definitely hits. I feel like your gifts have come online. The World card. This is also could be about an ending, where you had to use your gifts to navigate out of a situation that left you in a not good place. And I feel like some of your gifts could have came back online, because you were healing from something. That's what I'm getting, like back online. And there was something about tapping back in, taking the time to be able to navigate. Because I feel like for some of you, there was something that triggered this. You lost something, you closed out a major chapter that was rather grieving for you, and it put you into this almost timeout. It could have been something that you didn't see. Yes, Ace of Swords, that's a yes. Queen of Swords, and then you did. So you could have been healing. And there was an energy shift within yourself. But whoever I'm talking to, you're very psychic, and I feel like there was something that blindsided you. That's why I felt the coming back online. A loved one from the past will re-enter your life. I actually feel like some of you could have like a father figure on the other side. There's something about, yeah, look at that tower, 4 of Wands, major tower. But this, there is something about like maybe it was show me, were there gifts like down, like muted, or there was something that like, I don't know, maybe some of you had your gifts like blocked. Yeah. Because you've had them since you were younger, whoever I'm talking to. Yeah, oh, that makes, that's why the devil was there. Wow. Okay. Some of you, it could have been a fire sign, it didn't have to be. Yeah, so that's why it is coming back online. For some of you, there was someone that did not have a good energy. They were blocking what you were receiving. And in healing yourself from all of this, it puts you back online, like what you've always been very strong, and you are overcoming adversity, but it's like your natural gifts have, well, no wonder. You are either dealing with a toxic person or in a very toxic situation. I feel like this has to do, yeah, which Five of Wands was very challenging. And I feel like there was something where you pulled yourself out, like with the Two of Wands, you made the decision that you wanted something more, and you ended something that was, I feel like, was rather brutal. For some of you, this could have been like a love situation with the Seven of Swords. Someone was not being honest, and you saw something differently. And look, the Ten of Wands, that it was more of a burden. Coming back online. Maybe some of you do something online. With the Page of Swords here and the Star with the Six of Wands, you're going to be getting recognition, because the Eight of Wands is also like my social media card with the Six of Wands and the Star. Like, you're getting some kind of recognition, and it was because you followed your heart. But this is, like coming back online. I feel like you could have been in isolation, but the whole time you were healing. King of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Show me the King of Pentacles. What was this connection? I don't think it's you, but viewer. Two of Pentacles. Yep, there's the Moon again. I don't like that, yeah. This is giving like energy of the King of Pentacles in reverse. So you're getting a fresh start, but the thing is, you are, like I said, your gifts, you already know that you're gifted. And I feel like maybe you're stepping into a time period where the things that were kind of muted because of whatever this was, because this is somebody that was very toxic, okay? I feel like it's more the King of Wands or the King of Pentacles in reverse. This person had you very imbalanced, always maybe even questioning yourself and your intuition, keeping you, because it was like very much in the dark. Magician, kind of under some kind of control, very, very aggressive. Six of Pentacles, they could have breadcrumbed you. They could have been giving to others. This was not balanced, and I feel like they were taking from you. I don't like that at all. This person thought they had superiority. They made you question yourself. Yeah, look at that. They put you in your head. And that's which transformed you from your authentic self, who has always been highly intuitive, has navigated most of your life through that. And I think you decided to end this cycle. There's a lot of ending of cycles right now, big ones, big changes, big transformations, because it was just too much. And you listened to your intuition and saw things from a different perspective. You also sacrificed whatever this was and decided to heal yourself and just protect your own peace and sovereignty. Look at that Justice card. You protected your peace and sovereignty. Wow. This was quite a long process, and I feel like you're getting back to yourself. It made you reevaluate a lot of things in your life. And there's somebody, I feel like this could be an ancestor of yours. If not, it is an ascended master that has been supporting you through the long term. This Knight of Pentacles has been like on the other side, helping you have the strength to kind of see what was going on. Because Group 2, you automatically, within seconds, can evaluate a situation. And I feel like that's why maybe this was so... This was so... God, I can't even think of the freaking word right now. There's not a lot of things that can put you in this Eight of Swords because you're highly intelligent, but you're also highly intuitive. And to have someone do this to you, I feel it was kind of like, how did I get here? And I just need to take a time out. There was a lot that you kind of saw through some kind of illusion, and I feel like it shocked you because you were highly, highly gifted on a psychic level. And this, I feel like it was, I don't know if it was an earth sign. This person got one over on you big time. And I feel like they did it by keeping you in your head. There's some definitely manipulation. They probably, I mean, there could have been, you carried a lot in this. It could have been a connection. For some of you, like, I'm not getting it's a father, because I actually feel like some of you have a father or a grandfather or an uncle, like I said, or you have a very prominent guy that is a masculine figure, an older male, a mature male that is actually helping you, that has been very reliable for you to make this huge change. This was a very hard lesson, but it is probably one of your biggest transformations. And then you have this Ace of Wands. And you had to kind of, it could be even an idea. For some of you, you could even be doing this for a living. And maybe that's what you're getting recognition for. The Star. And it's giving you this abundant new beginning with a lot of opportunities. And it's going to make you really happy. But I feel like that person is not going to be happy about that. And it's going to create some kind of mental conflict within them, or it creates some kind of drama. Yeah, look at that King of Swords with the F. Not a nice person. I'm getting like something like a narcissist empath connection, which makes sense because if you are so in tune and intuitive and have those psychic powers, it's like you kind of probably attract them. But this one was different. It was like they were kind of wearing a mask the whole time. You're getting some kind of recognition. I feel like this person could be watching you get recognition because you're actually doing what you're meant to do and what you were always meant to do. But this cycle kicked things into, I feel like it was meant for you to learn because it put you in this major transformation. A lot of you, I do think your gifts are enhanced, and I feel like maybe you are, it's almost like you're putting yourself out there because it's like you're not afraid to be who you've always been. And maybe you had to go through all this to realize like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, I'm just getting like the feeling of somebody pulled the wool over your eyes. But you closed out a cycle that it was really hard for you, and you had to really gain your own power back. But look what you're coming out as, like the Six of Wands and the Star. Wow. For whatever reason, for some of you, it sparked an idea of something that you already are gifted at, to perfect it, to master it, right? And now it's like you're getting some kind of recognition for it, and it's what you've always been meant to do. Wow. Yeah, this was meant for you to course correct yourself, because I don't think you're ever going to let something like this happen to you again, you know? And I think that's what's going on. Because I feel like if this was a specific person, you thought this person was your soulmate, and they turned out to be someone who did not have good intentions for you, that wanted to keep you here for their own control. They didn't want you to see your worth. They didn't want you, yeah, look at that Empress. Yeah. They didn't want you to step into your true power, lovers. Oh well. The thing is, they don't have a choice, because you chose you. Ace of Cups. You chose you. Wow. I don't even know what else to say. I feel like that's it, group 2. I'm like, that's the end. Look, the end. That's it. Congratulations. Damn, that's a heavy reading. I'm like, I feel like I have to take some deep breaths after that one. Holy shit. Yeah, wow, what a transformation though. Yeah, gosh. It's been quite the battle for you, group 2, huh? And I feel like if you have been planting the seeds on something that you started amidst all this, and it's about to pop off for you, and I'm like, you are such a magical being. Wow. Yeah, it's about to take off for you. I feel like you already know that, but I feel like this is something that it's very much alchemized a very bad situation, and you remembered who the F you were. And it's gonna pay off in an emotional way. Is it not? Okay, it is recording. I was like, is it not recording? I'm gonna freak out. Yeah, wow. It's like you're coming back online. It's gonna pay off in an emotional way, in an abundant way. Like you just going through all that and really going to that dark side of the moon and doing the shadow work, and healing yourself. Some of you could be really healing others, and you're gonna make a huge impact, and it's gonna bring you so much freaking fulfillment. Yes. And if you do that and you have your own channel, drop it below. I would love to check it out. I'd love to check it out. All right. And let's clear it with some bells. So hold your ears. Group number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is Santa Amurita. Forgive me. It's been a long day. This is just a flat. This is just a stone that I picked up from my hike. Because I love stones and rocks. So this is just smooth and it's flat and it's just well-rounded. Probably like you, group 3. All right, let's get into your cards. Welcome, welcome. Okay. A powerful transformation is underway. Trust the process. We have transformation. I was getting, in the meditation, I was definitely getting big transformative big change vibes, and there it is. Yeah, big change. We're doing it. We're going. Just like this little carousel horse. We're like, we're doing it. We're going. You're making some big moves to transform and change your life. And it's putting you outside of your comfort zone. That's what I was getting through meditation. The Greenman, the forces of nature favor you. And then you actually got more than the other piles. So it just came out. We have vendor, merchant, retailer, individual, entrepreneur. We also have lost soul, seeker of clarity, wanderer, confusion, defeat, and struggle. And we have divinaire, seer of the unseen, foresight, insight, cosmic connection. So some of you could be coming from group 2. If you weren't drawn to it, don't worry about it. But if you were intrigued by it, definitely go watch that. So this actually kind of runs into it. Yeah, so group 3, I actually feel like you're using some kind of powerful transformation that you have been going through on a personal level. I feel like you are very gifted. I feel like you are very psychic. Some of you could even be tarot readers or psychics, or maybe have even you come out of a situation where maybe you started doing divination for yourself and now you're making it a business. For others of you, there was something that kind of kicked you back online, just kind of like group 2, a powerful transformation. And it was meant to do that because you're meant to do that for, for work, for a career. You see things others don't. Now, if you're like, I don't have psychic gifts, some of you just have gone through, I want to say, really big transformations and changes, and you feel called to help others. Maybe you're a life coach or some kind of coach, but you see things even in people, okay? Maybe you're able to pick up on other things that others don't. And it's put you on some kind of path, and I feel like a lot of you are being encouraged to do it for a living, to help others transform. Sorry about that, my dog. Beautiful, beautiful. You're helping guide other carousel horses and helping them get balloons. Yeah, look at this. Sun, success. And we have the Ace of Wands. Weird. I feel like that was in the first pile. No. That was in the first pile. The Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Sometimes they all kind of run together. It's like each pile is like a different. There's the Sun again. They're telling me to pull it. This is something that lights up your heart. Definitely. Stop. No more. Oh, that wanted to come out. Queen of Wands. Ooh, something that you do differently than the other. Ooh, we got the King of Wands. What the heck? And the Hermit at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Wands. These are two people that could share the same vision. Are the King and the Queen of Wands? What's the energy between them two now? Are they matching right now? I feel like they are. She's like, oh my gosh, the King of Wands. He is so handsome. He's like, yes, there's my queen. Maybe some of you are meeting someone through what you do. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, work. Stop it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Wow. Interesting. Semirta, this is that change, that transformation. Three of Wands. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the wand energy. That is amazing. Okay. I'm getting that there are two people here. Okay. I feel like there is, so during this change and transformation, I actually feel like you can meet someone, if those of you that do not have anyone. Now I'm going to read this two ways because some of you are like, I'm already taken, it doesn't matter. There's actually a person that matches your vibe and has the same vision that you do. For some of you, this is your success in this change and transformation, and maybe some of you could be even putting yourself out there online. It's actually putting you into alignment with your soulmate. Wow. And I feel like it's something that you have grown before, or started to grow at, like doing this change or transformation, following your own heart. You're having success, you're getting recognition for it. And with the Hermit, yeah, it's like you match, for those of you that don't have anyone, you match this person because you share the same vision. And I feel like both of you have gone through some kind of hermit phase that that has transformed you. That with the Three of Wands, 2 to 3 of Wands, wow. It's like growth, expansion, about this. You have a shared vision, and it's all derived off something that you started. So for some of you, like started a business online, right? And it has to do with your change, transformation. Like I said, you could even be doing tarot, but you could be offering, I don't know, some kind of classes. You're doing, I feel like it's online because I'm getting like the World card with that. And I feel like that's where you're being seen because you're standing in your power, but you have somebody that matches you. You both could be fire signs. And it, like, the Knight of Cups is like, when you're coming in, especially with the Sun, it's like you're coming into some kind of, you're being seen and you're glowing and you're, and that's what attracts this person who I feel like has also been on somewhat of a similar journey, but they share the same vision. And you're just kind of climbing up the ladder, you're expanding. Page of Pentacles, yeah. And there's something where the Three of Wands, it's almost like I get like manifestation energy, but I also get like and I know this might sound cliche, but I honestly feel like there's something where you guys cross paths and you're like, I feel like we're supposed to do something to grow together. Now, if this is not in love, you both share, there's some kind of light that shed, right? And there's another person, and it's kind of like very much balance from you, and you both have been through something similar. So you've both been on your own, this hermit period. You've both been through like a major transformation of self. Very self-aware. You're very confident in what you do. But for whatever reason, you like cross paths and you share the same big picture vision. And there's something that you're supposed to put together. Like you could have a weird feeling of, I feel like I'm supposed to build something with this person. I'm supposed to do something with this person, right? Yeah. There's a sense of building. There's a sense of creating. There's a sense of having a really big vision, and matching with somebody that matches your energy. But this person has been on a journey of their own. They're very self-aware. They could even be kind of like, I'm getting like a popular loner. Because the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, they can be very much popular loners. Like they don't need, like they kind of do their own thing, you know. But they share the same vision. Like they have the same passions. They, you know, are very eccentric. Yeah, Ten of Swords. They both. So they're telling me they've both been through, you know, some kind of really brutal ending. Maybe that put them into this hermit period. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Confirmation. Queen of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Wow. Okay. But then they come together, and there's something that you guys do for work. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. Some of you it is, and it, like, the sparks fly with the Eight of Wands. It gets like some kind of momentum, because this is the Two of Pentacles usually. Now, like I said, if you are happily with someone, this is someone that you could collaborate with or could see what you do for work. And there's a strong pull here of like, we should do something together. We should build something. Like, you're meant to cross paths to grow and expand, like to come together. Like this person, I feel like is definitely a soulmate. They're meant to cross your paths. They see your vision, and with the world, it's like, and the Six of Pentacles, this is someone who gets you. This is someone who's gonna match you. Like yeah, the Tower. And it could come kind of suddenly, the way that you guys meet. And the Chariot. Yeah, look at this, Ace of Wands. Wow. It sparks something. It opens like this, some kind of new path. Tower. I feel like it comes unexpectedly. You unexpectedly cross paths. I have a feeling for some of you, you could be online, or this person, or you both could. I have a feeling like you might even know about each other. And there's something that I feel like you're meant to do together. Six of Pentacles in the world, that's huge. I feel like it's collaborate or I'm just getting like crossing paths. You know, Ace of Wands, there's an idea. It's going to be different, but there's definitely something here after you have been through some kind of major transformation for both of you. You could be even both in like a hermit mode of where you've been kind of keeping to yourself. Maybe if this isn't somebody, yeah, Judgment and the Five of Swords. Page of Cups, that's what it is. Wow. See, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. Wow, the Star. Stop. Yeah, there's something about this that could be controversial. Page of Cups with this Five of Swords, Judgment card. Wow. Like maybe it's like the timing of when you guys cross paths. I mean, the Tower and Judgment. There's something divine about this, but why is it controversial with the Five of Swords? It could stir a lot of... What is the Five of Swords? There could be a lot of things, yeah, because these two people are together and they're like trying to defend themselves. So there could be like a lot of like drama around this. Ten of Wands. Eight of Swords. Maybe that... I don't know why though. Why? Why is the Five of Swords here? The Devil. And the Five of Wands. Oi. Okay. So there could be like, I don't know if it's judgment from other people or peers or something like that. I mean, I feel like the King and Queen of Wands don't really give a shit, you know? I feel like this is not what people think, right? They're like, yeah, go ahead and judge me. We don't care. Right? Because she's like kind of throwing up her hand like, come on. Right? You want to go? You want to go? I'll take all of you on. And with the Devil and the Five of Wands here, see, like lighting the match, I feel like this might... I feel like there's a lot of talk around this. Or there could be a lot of like drama that's sparked, or there could be a lot of people that want to hate on this. What's the Page of Cups? You got the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords on the deck cut. Yeah. It doesn't matter. The wheel's gonna turn anyway. This was supposed to happen. You were supposed to meet each other. Now, this could be, like, if it's not a male, it could be another female. I feel like there's one that's more masculine and the other is more feminine. That's why this works. But it's like the carousel horse. Like, carousel horses don't fly, but this carousel horse is like, I'm getting out of here. Like, peace out. I'm not going to ride on this cycle anymore. I feel like this is like could be a creative endeavor. There's a lot of creative, there's a lot of passion. This is something that you both have a shared passion on. And this is something like that can have a really big impact. I don't know if it's on just like literally the world, the internet, the World Wide Web. But I feel like it's gonna stir. Not that the King and Queen of Wands care about ruffling feathers, but there's going to be there could be a lot of pushback about this. And with the Nine of Swords, maybe, and the High Priestess, maybe there's because whatever this endeavor is, there could be a anxiety about, if it's a project that you guys are working on, it's something that's going to ruffle feathers. It's going to shake people up a little bit. But it's something that you're both passionate and you feel in your intuition. It's very strongly. With the Page of Cups, this could be a surprise even to a lot of people. Yeah, Six of Wands, but it's good when it goes public. And that was that High Priestess. So with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom and the Ten of Wands with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I feel like there's a sense of whatever if this is something, because I feel like there's something coming together to work on, a bigger vision, something that's very expansive. It's something that has a positive impact, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of talk about it. And there could be something that maybe until something's released, it's kept on the hush. Four of Wands, until like this new beginning with the Four of Wands. It's like celebrating this new pentacle that you have that has a lot of it has like a lot of abundance that could possibly, not only abundance, this is like a soul purpose. It's like a bigger vision that's meant to and it's a positive thing. It could be a creative endeavor, but for whatever reason, it's like there's a timing to when this goes public because of how it might be received, and it might be even kept on the hush, because when this comes together, this Ace of Pentacles and the seed gets planted, between you two, whether it's a creative project or maybe it starts as I'm just getting like it starts like work. For some of you, it does go to love and this is like your partner, but there's something about it that there's like, once the seed gets planted, there's a big shift that's going to happen. Like the wheel turns in a big way, and it's in like a positive way. It's like, but the way, even though it's such a positive thing, whatever this is, like I said, I feel like there's like energy building up before this happens too. Like a lot of forward momentum. Look at this though, it's the Ace of Cups and the Star. This energy is like, this is so like overly fulfilling, and it's part of both of your paths, whoever this person is. You're supposed to cross paths. You just might, whatever you're working on, you just might keep it on the hush, because I feel like a lot of people are going to want to tear it down. I have such a high ring in like my right ear. So I feel like maybe it's like a warning. Yeah. The Magician. Wow, look at that, the Fool. It's like you manifested this new beginning, and the Moon. Wow. Maybe it's because it's like you create a plan, maybe you communicate about kind of going for this new beginning. And when it actually comes together, there's like a little bit of fear and uncertainty about how like something is going to move forward, or how it's like, because I feel like there's an awareness of there's something about like a public, and I don't want to say public attack, but how it's like received. Why is that? What's going on here? Why would the public be so, this is something that's like positive, like really positive, and positively impacts the collective, like a big collective of either people or just in the world in general. It's like a positive forward movement, like innovative look, forward movement. Six of Swords, transition. And you're like, yeah, let's freaking do it. And the King of Cups is like, okay, like let's reel it in a little bit. There's like a transition period. Why? Because this is huge. This is huge. And this is something that's like deeply embedded in you. And you either come together and create something, or you there's something that you're both working on, or something that, I don't know, it's like you kind of see each other, or one person sees, I don't know. I feel like you have an awareness of each other, and this is like a prosperous new beginning. And there's the Two of Cups. So yeah, definite soulmate. Wow, the Hierophant. Okay. And then there's the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, this is a connection. And the Two of Cups, yeah, this is like, this could transition if you're not with anybody, if you're doing your thing, maybe you're selling your things online, like, you know, maybe you're doing divination. This is something that's putting you on the path to meet this person. And with the Hierophant, this is a higher level commitment contract. This is somebody who understands and gets you, like your belief systems. This is somebody who matches you and has the same drive. Look. She's like, oh, hi, King of Wands. He's like, I'm here. That's my lady. Okay. And it has been after a long time of just kind of maybe even doing your own thing, or just there's a sense of like crossing paths. And it's meant for your growth and expansion. But there is, maybe there's something here with work, like work has been too much, or there has been a journey that has been like overwhelming on an energetic level. And the Ten of Wands is kind of exhausted. And after this comes to an end, it's like, that's when the paths cross. Yeah. Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords. and then you have the Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is somewhere in there. It's almost like a lucky break when you come across this person, and it's rare, but it needs, I don't understand why it needs to be so like, I don't know if there's, I mean, the King and Queen of Wands, they're very, I mean, they're rather, I would say they're rather popular, you know, they're very magnetic, they're very, they have a very bold presence. So maybe it's like the, is it, because I'm just getting like, this could be, it's almost like backlash. I don't, yeah, judgment. Maybe it's whatever you guys are doing, it's like judgment. And there's like an uncertainty. I mean, like I said, not that it matters to the King, Queen of Wands how it's received, but maybe there's a sense of like, this might not be what I thought it was with the moon. Yeah, the Two of Swords. Maybe you're not seeing clearly. Could be because of the unknown. It could be an indecision, is what I'm getting. Maybe this is something because it's so on the whim. Yeah, Temperance. There could be like a, what am I hearing? Like uncertainty of healing, or how uncertainty of like how this is going to come into balance, how this is going to play out. Is this all an illusion? It's like too much of, but this is something that's more on like a larger scale. Five of Pentacles. And then the Eight of Swords, I see. So there's something of like maybe even a fear of being like, there's a sense of overthinking maybe, or a fear of being like, this isn't going to work out, or a fear of justice that maybe it's not reciprocal. Yeah, Three of Swords. This is going to end in heartbreak. But I feel like that maybe could be a fear of something that maybe there was a leap of faith taken in the past to another situation. But this is meant to happen, and it might even be like, have one or both kind of stuck in their head because they're like, oh, well, what if this is just an illusion, or am I delusional, or because this is a very different, it's like as much as you want to dive in, it's just like that ego kind of like the strength is to hold back and not go giddy up. This is like, there's a sense of holding back here, and I feel like there could be maybe a fear of it's either not going to be balanced, it's going to be, because, you know, justice can be like a hard lesson. And I feel like that's, if there's any kind of delay with this coming together, I feel like that could be it. The thing is, it's going to move forward, and it's going to be this, whether it's a business partnership or a love connection, or some of you, I actually think it's something, it's kind of both. No, I think it's group 3, they're telling you to like follow your heart, because it's going to lead you to ultimate happiness, and just expanding on like a different level. And doing something, there's something about doing something together with purpose. So I don't know if you're going to build something together. I don't know if you're going to work on something together. but there's a sense of delay because of a fear, because this is something that is very unknown with this moon card. It's like she's trying to get a clear vision, which creates indecision with the Two of Swords, like trying to listen to that subconscious or even just that intuitive guidance with like drowning out the noise. She's kind of like trying to see through the water, just, you know, which is understandable because I feel like this kind of comes kind of out of the blue. The Tower, it comes kind of suddenly, and there's a timing to this. Interesting. But the thing is, it's like with the green man up here, the forces of nature favor you. Like this is being, I mean, this is kind of meant to happen, but it's just something that's been the way that it kind of came about. Look at this, so cute. I love this deck, it's so cool. The Hierophant, this is a high level contract here. This is a high level soul connection, and you technically like manifested this. At the same time, this is like the King and Queen of Wands have like unlimited potential. With the Magician, it's like you both have the stamina and the energy and the drive and to go, like the Magician's like endless possibilities, as above so below. The Hierophant's like, this is definitely a contract and you're supposed to do something together. So giddy up, go get your poncho, your hat, your suitcase. And if there was something that was holding this back, whether it's you or the other person, or maybe even both of you, because there isn't a, wow, look, the sun and the moon. Wow, that could be definitive. I'm just getting to like yin and yang energy, but this is something that's like something that is overly fulfilling. Ace of Cups, this is a love that is on your path, like the star. It's in alignment, sun, moon, star. Wow. But it just probably comes in a very unique way, and very you probably were not expecting this, and you could have been even a little closed off to it at first. And then there's like a turn or a shift, and you're just like, oh, F it, let's just go for it, you know? Because I feel like there's something with, there's energy that gains, and I think it's like over time, maybe. Yeah, there's like some kind of over time, maybe after a little time of solitude and getting clear on what you want for the future or how to make that happen. There is a push though, because I feel like there's a sense of energy. It kind of builds up, and it gets to be something that you can ignore. But this is something that will give what you give. This person matches you. They see that future. It's like the person that you actually want to plant a seed with. And the Four of Wands is like this union. It's like it plants this union coming together, plants the seed to like massive change, to very fulfilling, I want to say fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. It could be personal prophecy or just like bringing all those dreams into reality, and you have like somebody that is like, yeah, let's do it, you know? Yeah, I want to do that. Let's do it. It's like you have that person that you kind of bounce off of in a really good way, but it's kind of alarming because it's the way it showed up. But I'm gonna leave it there, group number 3, okay? And I'm gonna move on to group number 4.